JBIMS. It is a dream college of many MBA aspirants every year. I have seen a lot of students taking 100 CET mocks before actual CET exams, preparing for 3 or 4 years to get into JBIMS. Today, we will see how you can get into JBIMS without preparing much for CET exam. In fact, without even appearing for CET exam, you can get into JBIMS. Now, there is this quota, NRI quota, which is started in JB around 3 years ago. Many people are not aware about this quota, and that's why they don't target this quota, and then they lose out on opportunity to get into JBIMS. So today we will see how you can target this NRI quota to get into JBIMS. First thing that comes in your mind is, sir, I'm not NRI, so how can I target this quota? Guys, you need not be NRI to get admission into this quota. We will see how even if you are not NRI, how you can get into JBIMS. So first thing is, you should know how many seats are there. So there are around 20 seats which are filled through NRI and CIWGC, that is Children of Indian Workers in Gulf Countries, in JBIMS. So these 20 seats are filled through these two quotas. Now, what are the criteria to get into eligibility criteria to get into JBIMS through this quota? So only eligibility criteria is you should be passed with minimum 3 years duration of bachelor's degree with 50% marks, which is the basic criteria to appear for CET exam. You need not take any MBA entrance exams to get into JB through this quota. So that is the only eligibility criteria. Now, which exam scores are considered? As I told you, only your qualifying exam. Qualifying examination is your graduation examination, whose scores are considered for JBIMS NRI quota. Now, what are the documents needed? That is the most important question. There is a bunch of list of documents which you need to produce to prove that you are eligible candidate to get into JB through this quota. So first document is NRI certificate. And this certificate, you should not have your own certificate. If you have it, well and good. But if you don't have, even if your mother or father has NRI certificate, that is fine. If they don't have, your real brother or real sister has this NRI certificate, that is also fine. Even if they don't have, the fathers and mothers of your parents, that is your grandfather or your grandmother, if they have this certificate, that is fine. Even if they don't have, your uncle, that is father's brother, father's sister, or mother's brother or mother's sister, if they have this certificate, that is also fine. And even if they don't have, at least in every home, educated home in India, at least some of your cousin is staying abroad. So even if they have this NRI certificate with them, that will also do. So they just need to produce their NRI certificate, and they just need to mention in an affidavit that they are taking care of your education. And that's it. Just go through this slide, you will understand what kind of certificate is needed. This is the most important certificate. After that, there is a list of other certificates. Affidavit of the candidate or the sponsor disclosing his full identity, that is full name, age, residence, occupation, relationship with candidate, duly signed by the candidate, parents, or the sponsor. So sponsor is your cousin, brother, or sister who is sponsoring your education. If he is NRI, you need to write an affidavit. That's it. Next document is passport, nationality certificate of the sponsor. Then residence of NRI, valid visa of the sponsor. You should have valid visa residing in other country. Next document is proof of residence. So driving license, telephone bill, property tax copy, IT returns copy of the sponsor. Next document is proof of residence showing minimum 182 days of stay of sponsor in abroad for the academic year of admission prior to the admission date. Next document is true copy of the foreign bank account passbook, copies of main page indicating bank name and address, sponsor name and address with the entries of last preceding 6 months prior to the admission date. Next document is affidavit of family chart duly signed by the sponsor making clear relationship. So you have to draw a family chart showing how that sponsor is related to you. Then living certificate, birth extract, mark sheet, PAN card, passport, marriage certificate of all the members shown on the family tree. So your cousin brother, if he is the son of your father's brother, then your father's documents, your father's brother's documents, and your cousin brother's documents. All documents are needed. Then eligibility certificate from the Association of Indian Universities if candidate passed qualifying examination from abroad. I think majority of you don't need this kind of certificate because all of you have done your graduation in India. Then the basic documents which are generally needed, your SSC mark sheet, HSC mark sheet, and the passing certificate or mark sheet of your graduation. So these documents are needed to get into JBIMS through this quota. Now, suppose there are thousands of aspirants who wish to take admission to JBIMS through this quota. The number is very less now because the information, there is lack of information among the candidates aspiring to JB. So the applicants are not more, but as and when applicants increase, they decide based on their mark sheet scores and their profile. So this is the way JBIMS decides whom to give admission and whom not to. So guys, be informed and just don't lose out on your opportunity to get into JB only because you don't have the information. That was my motive